So Nicki Minaj has been on the receiving end of a lot of backlash ever since she joined forces with or, supports the Trump administration. We done seen different people from the Democratic Party come out and speak out against her. And recently, Kelly Rowland did an interview where seemingly it seems as though that she's throwing some shades towards Nicki Minaj. So I want to definitely get all into it. This is Potent Pondering. Please make sure that you come and thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you have my videos in your possession each and every time I go live or I do uploads. Please make sure that you swipe the video, hype it. Please hype this video up, you know what I'm saying? I've been wanting to come and talk about this, but I finally just got to it, got some time on the weekend, and we're going to get off in the deep end, you know what I'm saying? So listen, nonetheless, let's get into this clip with Kelly Rowland where she seemingly, and I got some takes on this too, so let's get right into it.
Music, if there's a rapper, female rapper you would like to work with, who would it be?
I don't know. I really, really love Cardi. I love Meg. I love Doechii.
Doechii's great.
I love Doechii. I love them because they are women's women. I love them because they are pro-women. They support each other. And that's what I know. That's what I've grown up learning, what I've grown up knowing. And I stand up for us. Yeah. And I'm not about division, nor will I ever be. And that's what it's about, period.
So listen, people feel as though when it was a break and then, it was like a little skip or a break, they felt as though that the interviewer had asked something about Nicki Minaj and Kelly didn't have anything. She maybe said something distasteful about Nicki, right? What I will say is you can definitely tell within the energy of the interview because she said period and this, whatever. Let me just tell you this. Black women, y'all got it bad because first and foremost, I want to break this down that you could tell in Kelly's wordplay that she actually likes Doechii probably more than Megan and Cardi B. But you know what's so crazy? She did that interview with Cardi B for that Am I the Drama album, and she probably feels like she owes her some, but she says she loves Cardi. She loves Meg. And she really loves Doechii. Now, understand and follow me here. I like Kelly Rowland. I don't have nothing against her. This is not a video to bash her or anything like that. But you have to realize, being the dark-skinned woman in this industry, it's like, with colorism and everything that follows in that area, I feel like Kelly, she probably sees Doechii like, girl, I see you. You're dark-skinned. You're talented. You're beautiful. You're winning and whatever, Doechii, let's say this. Doechii is better than Cardi B to me on a musical front because I believe that she's a better artist. Her lyrics are better than Cardi's. I don't care what Cardi says from the ball sack of a black man that they done push the messages through her and making it seem like she killing some shit. No. Doechii is better than Cardi. Megan is better than Cardi, right? But you see how Kelly mentioned Cardi first because I don't know what it is. It's like a lot of, and even, y'all might not like this, even some dark-skinned girls have an allegiance to, non-black or, women with more European features. Maybe that's why she praises Beyonce the way that she does. I don't know, because she always lived in Beyonce's shadow to me. People loved Kelly and they would detest in the comments in regards to, oh, they support her, this and that. And then when it comes to the numbers and, the analytics and shit don't look the same. Y'all be saying y'all support, but y'all don't. So I understand Kelly seeing Doechii, but do you see? She said she loves Doechii. Why you ain't say her name first then? You felt like you had to say Cardi first, or you felt like you had to say Megan. Like, trust me, it's a strategy to everything that they do. But listen, I just found that to be a little bit weird. And then also with Kelly Rowland within that interview, right? She was just like, they're girls, they this and that. I remember Cardi was saying that she wasn't a girl's girl, right? And it's like these people, they kind of forced Nicki to be the type of chick that she is. Now, I will admit, right? I'm going to say this and I'm going to be fully transparent. I understand, like, I might not agree with people, but I could understand where they're coming from. Like, I was speaking to a family member and they was just saying, like, all of this with Nicki seemed so sudden. It was like, why wasn't she like a MAGA supporter or a Republican from the beginning, right? Why they feel as though that there's a reason why she's moving this way. Some people think that she's moving this way because she needs the money. Now, me and you know, as people who support Nicki, we know that she ain't moving this way because she needs money. I personally feel as though Nicki's moving in this direction because she needs the support of the administration to help her with maybe some things going on in the background that we don't know about every specific detail. Nicki is not going to tell us at all, but we know what Jay-Z and Rock Nation mixed with Gavin Newsom, which they were doing. Nicki's house got swatted. They act like they couldn't help her or anything like that. Gavin got muted, and then Gavin was also exposed being on camera with Desiree Perez and other people from Rock Nation. So how was he supposed to help her out with complaints against the same people that he parties with? It just doesn't make any type of sense at all. But listen, let's get into this other little clip that this fan made in regards to Jasmine Crockett also linking up with Kelly Rowland. It just seems a little crazy to me, so.
Come here, you little black bitch.
Got to get out there and vote. You know what to do. That's right. We are starting voting on February 17th, and you heard it from the Kelly Rowland. Let's get out and you have a voice. Just go use it.
Kelly Rowland promoting Jasmine Crockett. Is this just a coincidence that both of these ladies last week were seen saying disparaging things about Nicki Minaj, but acting as if they had their own independent thoughts? We knew it was all propaganda last week when Jasmine came out and said that statement, and then the next day Kelly comes out with this interview where she's picking rappers based on them being girls, and purposely leaves out the queen of rap, Nicki Minaj. When damn well Kelly Rowland is an R&B artist, almost 40 years old. She ain't doing no rap songs. Yeah, we're going to start calling out the fake stuff. How Jasmine Crockett cares so much about Nicki Minaj, but she don't care about her Texas sister Beyonce having dinner with Trump's son-in-law and daughter trying to get business. Huh? How these people so pro-black, but they don't give a damn about Jess Staley shouting out Jay-Z, and she's supposed to be a community activist. Do y'all realize what Jess Staley said about Jay-Z? He took the lowest percentage in a company to perpetrate to black people like he owned the damn Brooklyn Nets. And as soon as that deal got sealed, he sold that shit for the worst amount of money. He didn't even get, like, he got $1 million and something for it. It was all for image, all to convince black folks that he was some owner in it. And whole time he really, he hardly owned anything out of it. Allegedly, he basically just did it to get people, the community, to buy into it, got them to buy into it, and then abandoned their ass. Done letting the real mean girls, because Nicki Minaj ain't out here clicking up with all kinds of people to talk about them. They out here clicking up with all kinds of people to talk about her. All Nicki has is her fans.
Come here, you little black bitch.
And that's a fact. That's a pure fact in regards to Nicki. These people, they have to team up against her. And I told y'all, it's something about Nicki where people feel as though that they have ownership over her. They feel like they know that she's the baddest bitch, the most talented. And they hate to see that, she's on a side that they don't support. But this is where I like to wake you up, that you don't own people. You do not own them. You don't own their personality. You don't own their approach, their views, or anything like that. And I think that with Nicki, as calculated as she is, and now listen, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. I think Nicki likes to play not just mind games, but I think that she plays the long game with people, right? And what I believe is, though, with her joining forces and supporting the Trump administration, what this is actually doing, it's a purge, and it's purging people who don't really support her, and it's making them show their true colors. Why is Kelly Rowland talking about female rap? She's been in the game for like 50 years. Why is she talking about female rap and who she want to do a collaboration with? People should be talking on who wants to do a collaboration with Kelly Rowland in the now, because I don't get it. I don't understand. And we know that they all ask people who you want to collab with or whatever, but do you think that you didn't think that was calculated? Why would they ask her that? Why would they ask her, who do you want to work with? And she says she loves Cardi and she loved Doechii. Like, the love for Doechii was just so high. It was like so profound. But she mentioned Cardi first. That's the problem. A lot of black women, y'all mention these bitches who call you. Listen, what I said earlier in the week, Cardi B is a culmination. She is a culmination of black men writing rhymes to make ends meet. Now this bitch selling hair products trying to get your ends to meet, calling you roaches and monkeys in between. And this bitch eat it up. Kelly Rowland is eating it up. That's crazy to me. So listen, I want to know what y'all think about that. Also, there's a lot of propaganda going on with this site, Political. Political was like some sort of site. They're more Democratic leaning, right? And they have been sending out emails trying to get people to report that Nicki Minaj has bots that are supporting her. It was a man who came out who received an email from Political, and he wanted to expose them. So listen, let's get into this.
Emergency announcement, they're getting ready to set up Nicki Minaj this week, most likely by tomorrow or by the latest on Friday. Politico, a journalist named Jason, reached out to me to ask me if I would be willing to speak with them about Nicki Minaj. They sent me an email asking me if I'm willing to talk about Nicki Minaj being pushed online by bots and campaigns, and requesting for information on if I got paid to push Nicki Minaj's account and how much money have they paid me to push her account. This is a hit piece that Politico is getting ready to drop, but you got to understand this is in cooperation with mainstream media. When they send these emails out, and any other journalist or any influencer that's had these interactions can vouch for it. This is when the demons have already made their decision, and they're just letting you know, they're giving you the opportunity to slander your goddamn self. They're not giving you the opportunity. See, this is the thing. Every time these people reach out and you respond back to them, they never give you the opportunity to get this information deleted or cancel their story. No, because they have someone they're employed to, and they have a deadline. They're not asking you to give any validation, anything to invalidate their claims. No, they want you to only validate their claims, I should say. Anything that invalidates it, it gets completely left out. So I hit him up. I said, this is one of the craziest conspiracy theories I've ever seen. Of course, he hasn't responded back yet, but I'm here to tell you what's about to happen. You're about to see mainstream media pieces talk about Nicki Minaj's algorithm has been manipulated. Why are they doing this? Because Nicki Minaj is now pulling so many liberals to the right that they now have to push out a theory that these aren't real organic people, and that she's now manipulating the system with bots. Now tell me this, if Nicki Minaj was manipulating the systems with bots on Instagram, TikTok, X, do you not think there would be a conclusive data that they would have to present this instead of asking influencers to say yes? Now what would happen, I want you guys to understand how manipulation, how it works. I am a notable influencer at that point since they reached out to me. If I was to say yes, Nicki Minaj has paid me, or Nicki Minaj campaign or the admin has paid me to make posts with Nicki Minaj, without validating my claims, they will put that post and that quote in the statement. That would mean that majority of the people that's reading it would say that Nicki Minaj is getting paid. Even Dom said it was true. This is how they prepare manipulation. So make sure you pay very close attention to when these articles come out. I'm here to tell you what's about to happen. No one can stop what's coming. I've already reached out to Nicki Minaj. I've let her know what's coming. I let her know that this is all coming out within this week. I showed her the emails. Nothing can stop what's coming. But these people are absolutely panicking. They're panicking because we've done the work and we're winning in the end.
Come here, you little black bitch.
So listen, these people are panicking, and I don't care what nobody says. Rock Nation is connected to this. The Democratic Party, you already know that they're mixed in. This is all what it is, right? What I want to say is that I want you to think about some of the past events that has happened with Nicki coming out exposing Jay-Z and Rock Nation. You know, the spat with Cardi, with her trying to come at Nicki and try to say that Nicki has some sort of psychological issue, you know, trying to say that she was schizophrenic, right? So that also contributed to the narrative to make people not believe Nicki, like calling her crazy, saying that she's on drugs and she's out of her mind, she's old, like, you know, saying all of these things to, you know, trying to degrade her character and her name, right? So Politico, they're coming out on this end saying that Nicki has bots. They're reaching out to different influencers, whether, you know, political influencers or whatever, trying to see if they are a part of any type of botting in relation to supporting Nicki, right? So it's like these people just can't believe it that she has that type of support. But what do you think has carried her on for all of these years straight? Real fans, real support. You know what I mean? If people hated Nicki so much, why is she still one of the number one? She is one of the number one most streamed female rappers above Cardi B, who's out on tour right now. Cardi B is out on tour. You know what typically happens when a person hits the soil in the country that they're touring? Their numbers go up. Shit go crazy. Cardi's numbers is not going crazy like that. I truly believe that Cardi is just she's boosted by people who just don't like Nicki. They trying to make it seem like they really supporting her, but I watch the numbers. I see what's going on. Cardi is not hitting on shit like that. She's not hitting on anything like that. I don't care if anybody feel any type of way with me bringing her up. She ain't hitting on shit like that. You could tell that Cardi ain't hitting on shit like that because she got it every night. All of a sudden, who started all this whole sold out tour shit? Who started it? Nicki. Now Cardi trails in Nicki's footsteps all the time. Nothing is ever new with her at all. You know what I'm saying? The shit is just so crazy. But I really find it to be distasteful what Kelly Rowland contributed to. You know, she talking about all this girl shit, and I just hate that voice her and Beyonce talks in, where they say, you know, I'm for women, and you know, it's just that fake air to that voice. And it's like, you know, that little tonation that they got in the voice with Kelly Rowland and Beyonce, and they all talk like I love so deep, and I'm really for women and the power of women, and they got this little tone in their voice. I know you know what I'm talking about. I hate that shit. All right. So listen, potent, pondering, never pandering. I've been wanting to come do this video. I know it's a few days old, but I just wanted to touch on it. I do find what Kelly Rowland is doing to be calculated. It's a part of a bigger picture. We seen Lizzo come out, and Nicki called her Fat Lizzo. We seen a lot of people, Mike Epps, like different people coming out speaking out against Nicki, right? It's like, why can't she just have, why y'all can't just let young Nicki live? Why y'all gotta feel the wrath to know Nicki is not playing, boss for real, came straight from the hood with the cross appeal. That's why these big brands want to toss the deal. Yeah, I take it, sign on the dotted line, but I'm quick to check a bitch if she out of line. Shout out Mike Darnell and Nigel. Why these bums so mad that the queen on Idol, huh? Check E for that. Intimidated by my aura, where read the ass in the GT vodka, sitting on top of mafia money, eating seafood and pasta.
Come here, you little black bitch.
That was crazy, right? So listen, let me wrap this up. Potent, pondering, never pandering. Subscribe, swipe, hype. I'm up out of here. Peace.